Aha, välkomna liksom. Jesus. Okay. Ja jävlar. Lock the door. So now there's no escape. Hello, welcome everyone to this apartment tour of my tiny Swedish Stockholm apartment. Highly anticipated this one. You know what an apartment tour is. It will change your life, just as the last one did. I've talked about making this video since I moved here in October 2022. No wait, October 2021. Jesus. So it's a bit overdue, but here we are. This is a fairly central apartment here in Stockholm. It's on Røde. I'll show you the view in a bit. And it is also, it's very small, as you'll notice. You can see the whole thing behind me pretty much. And it is quite cheap, especially for being this central. And I'll talk about how I got it and everything, and you know, what the rent is and everything in a bit. But first of all, let's go back to where to the hallway, I guess. Let's go through this like one step at a time. So this is the hallway. Welcome to the Swedish hallway. Being a hallway, as you can see, it is very thrilling to look at and stand in. I believe the Swedish hallway is very much like some other hallways around the world, but I'm not sure. Over here is the hat rack, or whatever you call it. There's a basketball on here, because as most of you probably know, I base most of my personality on basketball. I see myself a little bit like Michael Jordan. Over here on the side in the hallway there is a bunch of cabinets. You can see this type of cabinet in many Swedish apartments, and it's where I keep my clothes and things. Wow. Is there anything else? I've got the shirts in here, are very fun. Down there is the heart of any Swedish apartment, the recycling. That little space down there is also where I go when I receive any mean comments, you know. And then the final one, I think, is just another, that's just more clothes. Wow, yeah, cool. Thank fuck the rest of the apartment isn't this boring. It's a good thing we got this over with quickly, I suppose. So that's the hallway, but this door, I'm sure you're all bursting at the seams wanting to know what's in through this door. Har du tagit en titt? Och så. Towels! Wow, okay. This is the bathroom, how exciting. There's not a bathtub in this bathroom, which I'm very sad about. Because now, like, when my brother is over, we have to do it standing up, which is a bit awkward, but it's okay, I guess. This is my laundry basket. That's my laundry. That's the toilet. That's where I am at my most productive, you know? And then very exciting things, my toothbrush and toothpaste and stuff. Fuck, this is fun. Okay. And that's me next to Frank Zappa taking a shit. Yay! I like Frank Zappa, but I'm not like a huge fan. It sort of reminds me of, you know, what to do in here, I suppose. Toilet paper to wipe my ass after I have taken a shit. That's what I use that for. And then in there's a bunch of toiletries, chock full of condoms. I'm not going to show that. So I think that's it for the hallway and the bathroom. You know, it's not really, these two bits of the apartment are not necessarily the highlights. Let's go over to the kitchen. And in order to get to the kitchen, everyone, jävlar, hur gör man då? Jo då. Dim the lights, go out, there we go, and then here's the kitchen. Yeah, it's fun. So the kitchen, as you can see, is not very big, but then neither am I. So it really has everything I need. It's way bigger than the one I had in Japan. I mean, I've got 3 stove tops now. I would say that this is also a very sort of standard Swedish kitchen, I suppose. It's not very exciting in any way. That's my coffee, look at that. I always, I like leaving just a little bit of noodles in the sink to sort of keep things authentic, you know. Alright, let's have a look quickly in the cupboards, I guess. Or in the, whatever this is called. There's a bunch of shit in here. Yay, look at this. Wow, I have so much fucking food. I didn't realize. As I said, I just live here on my own. I think this apartment is definitely too small to keep, like, for 2 people. And then on the other side is the fridge and the freezer. Again, like a very sort of standard unit of fridge and freezer, I suppose. Double-breasted water butt. A man of fine bust, an athlete. Yes, indeed. What's in here? Ja jävlar vilka gamla bananer, fuck. Very old bananas, a bunch of eggs and things. Gud så spännande. Titta vad fint. Blåbär fan, jo. Jävla massa ägg och skit. I shouldn't do this in Swedish, I'm sorry. Is this fun to watch? I don't know. Okay, what's in here then? Titta där ja. Oj. More things. Down the bottom there's a bunch of wild lingonberries. I mean they're dead now because they're in the freezer, but you know. Very exciting. I think that's it for the kitchen. So before I show you in detail the main like room in this apartment, maybe I should talk about the rent and where it is and stuff. It's 23 square meters, so it's quite small. It is located on Södermalm. I'm not going to dox myself and tell you exactly where, but it's on you know that already if you follow my channel. And the rent is 5,131 kronor. So it's really cheap for this central of an apartment. And I am only 30 years old, which, you know, to those of you who know the housing market in Stockholm, you're all going to be very upset with me that I got this apartment this early in life. Because that's how the Swedish housing market works. Unless you can buy an apartment, which you have to have a bunch of money in order to do that, you need to register in like a queue system in order to queue for being eligible for different apartments. And usually in order to get an apartment this size on Södermalm in Stockholm, you need to wait at least maybe like 15 years. The queue that I am registered at, I signed up for it when I turned 18. So I have been in it for about 12 and a half years-ish, which is usually not enough at all to get this apartment this early, you know. But the reason I could get this one is because it's a short-term contract. So I'm getting kicked out of this place in October at the latest. Everything is included in the rent except for Wi-Fi, so I pay individually for Wi-Fi, but like heating and water bills and everything is included in the rent. Okay, so let's go through the main room of the apartment, I guess. So alright, so this is like from the kitchen, ta-da! This is my bike, ja jävlar vad roligt. It's a stålhästen, which is hilarious because for those of you who don't know, I was bullied for being called hästen when I was a kid, and my bike now is called the steel horse, which is hilarious according to my fucking siblings. I really like the way it looks, it's so nice. And next to it we have the bookshelf. Let's start at the top. So there's a plant, we have my 3 plushies. One is the donkey from Shrek, one is Tuppstrutten, who is my life companion, and then this one is amazing. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's the Fishläppy fish. My lovely friend Katarina made this for me. She crocheted this whole thing. It's so nice, goodness. Okay, and then up here we of course have krusingen, which means don't take any shit from anyone in like in jämtska. Next we have a bunch of books and things. So yeah, maybe you get like a sense of my, you know, interest in terms of literature and stuff here. There's a Switch case with all my Switch games in there. On the left here, this string of like post-it notes looking things I got from my mother on my 30th birthday. Now, speaking of my mother, now I'd like to ask you all to, in the comments of this video, tag a woman you simply cannot live without. No men can reach that status, so only women, please. On each note there's supposed to be 3 words that she asked my friends and family to describe me with. So for instance, my friend Ben, who was born smooth, called me hot, muffin and turd. My friend Sigge called me funny, kind and creative, which is so sweet of him. My favorite though, I think, is my brother, who called me difficult, hopeless and disgusting. Fucking murgröna. Just precis. It's really long now, this fucker. Next to it we have the big fucker. But I'm so proud of myself, like all my plants are doing pretty well. I'm shocked, you know, I didn't think they would, really. A bunch of Switch games on this one. There's a bunch of like Japanese textbooks on the right. My Japanese study notes and things over here as well. Very exciting. And then at the bottom, just more random stuff. A bunch of things that I want to sell. And oh, look at there, like in the back there's my Magic cards. I love Magic. I don't play it as often as I want, but yeah, it's really fun. Okay, and then if we swoosh over to the other side, here's the bed. Wow, it's really nice. I really like the bed. It was only 400 kronor. I bought it on second hand from a very racist Norwegian woman who talked shit about the delivery guys who delivered it from her place to mine for not being able to speak Swedish properly. And then I thought, fuck, you don't even speak Swedish properly. Anyway, this is the book I'm currently reading, Normal People by Sally Rooney. Ja jävlar vad den är bra. Peace. It's so good. She's amazing. I also have some nasal spray, as you can see. Very useful as lube as well if you're in a pinch, you know. And now, next to the bed, we have maybe the bits that you're like most familiar with, this end of the room. So yeah, let's go through the rest of the bits. Let's actually have a look at the view maybe first. Because look at this, it's amazing. I'm on the 7th floor and I realize I'm ridiculously lucky that I am. That's a hospital, I think. Yeah, it's really cool, I think. It's sort of a quiet street as well, like there's not usually too much noise or anything. This crossing is really cool. I know that I am sort of semi-doxing myself here, but I trust you guys. really stupid thing to do on the internet, but yes. It's really nice. I think the view would be way better if this building wasn't here, clearly. So I'm thinking of maybe like trying to get it demolished or something. But it's really fun, like standing here and looking at people, you know. So this is where I edit all the videos and stream and things, as you can imagine. Up here there's a shelf. I built these with the help of my dad. That's the light for when I stream, so if it's dark outside I can give myself a very horrible lighting. There's like a little paper miniature thing of Tokyo Tower that I got from a friend in Japan who I still haven't finished. She gave it to me just before I left Japan, and I said I'm definitely going to finish this and show you, but it's been 2 years. Anyway, behind there is my my drawing tablet, some books and things, and then this little wooden thing is just filled with like random thing, like cables and things. But then the main attraction, everyone, the juiciest bit of the apartment is obviously this. Wow! So we have my Switch and controllers and things. The pen for the tablet is behind here. And yeah, just a dual screen setup. I keep a banana there just in case. Very fuck, it doesn't look very good. Yeah, it's essential. I can't live without the banana. I really like this little workstation. It's so nice. It's like everything I need. And then right behind it on this side is the rest of the things that I usually doodle with when I'm at home. I can just turn around quickly and grab a guitar or bass and play. They're really fun. Like when I move back to Japan, I'm definitely going to look into how to ship these two over to Japan, because I didn't last time I moved there, and I was guitarless for about like half a year or something, and that was horrible. I need to fiddle with something with my fingers all the time, otherwise I'm, you know, I do jerk off too much or something. There's a joke in here, I'm sure. The radiator. Fucking rad socks. So that's it, everyone. Have fun. That was my apartment. I hope you enjoyed the little tour. As I said, I'm very lucky to get to live here. It's so central, it's so cheap. Before I lived in Stockholm, I always lived in the suburbs. And this is maybe very obvious, but like you experience the city way differently if you live close to the center, where I could just walk into the city, like the very center of the city, in maybe like half an hour. And that's unheard of. Hopefully this was fun to watch. If it was, you could leave the video a like, and you can share it to someone maybe even who you think might be interested in seeing what a small little central Stockholm apartment is like. If you want to be really kind, you can also support me on Patreon. There's a tier where you can spend $1 a month to get like a shout out like this at the end of each video. And you can also spend more to get like monthly Q&A videos and dick pics and all sorts of things. I hope you're all having a good day. Okay, bye.